Wayans, and you are watching DivaWhispers.com. Yeah.
So why did you choose to make Haunted House?
I didn't choose, it chose me. I was sitting there watching Paranormal Activity 2 because, you know, as a black actor, you ain't working. And then it kind of hit me. I was like, man, this is, actually, the 1 and 2 actually was entertaining. You know, I was a fan. And I was just like, what if this happened to black people? And then I was like, what if it didn't? And then I called my producing partner, Rick Alvarez, and we just started banging. And you, over the phone, like, he drove over my house, and we just came up with like 10, 20 pages of jokes just instantly. He was like, oh. And then from there, we was like, okay, so what's our story? And, you know, so it kind of came out of necessity because, you know, they're not making as many movies as they used to. So I wanted to venture out and start making movies, you know, I wanted to do a Roger Corman style where, you know, you kind of, you become your own brand of movie, you get your own financing, and you start making pictures. So this way I don't have to wait for Hollywood. I could supply Hollywood with projects because I write. And so I just thought it would be fun to do the first found footage comedy.
I was curious about the name Malcolm for this film, and I was wondering, since it is kind of tied into the horror genre, was there any connection with the title character from The Sixth Sense or not, or if that was just a happy coincidence for the film?
Happy coincidence.
Those are always good.
I was just like, I don't even know how the name Malcolm came up. I think the guy's name was Malcolm in the first one, and then we just was like, black version Malcolm.
Okay.
And we never changed it.
How hard is it to sit down and come up with that much comedy and that much, like, you know, pratfalls and just twisted ideas on different things?
It actually is hard, really hard, yet really easy. It's, you know, it's just the way my mind is just trained to think like this. I've been watching cartoons, Looney Tunes, since I was like 4. I'm like, I didn't have a nanny. I didn't have no babysitter. I was 4. My mom was having me in front of Looney Tunes. And then when Looney Tunes went off, Lord knows what the hell came on. And then my brother was listening to Richard Pryor albums. And here I am, like 7 years old, sneaking to him, sneaking under the bed with my brother Sean, while he's sneaking and listening to him in his bed. Me and my brother Sean's underneath the bed listening to Richard Pryor, Curse on the Storm. And so it's just the way that, and then growing up in the projects that I grew up in, and instead of fighting and stabbing and killing and smoking and getting in trouble, we just did jokes. And so that was my way out. That was my basketball. You know, that was my football. That was my, you know, my way out of the projects was funny. And so it's just what we do for a living every day. And so it's easy. It's really hard. I won't say it's easy. But the hardest part is making it look easy. And it is actually becoming easier as you get older because your mind starts working more and it's less about your physicality.
Going back just a little bit, I see that a lot of your movies focus on racial stereotypes in a very, very clever and funny way. Why is there such a focus for you to do that in your films?
I just think that it's a part of society that's never going away. As long as there's black people, white people, Latino people, gay people, women, men, there's so many differences to talk about that, and it's just as people, it's all based on fear. We all have fear. You know, we all have this thing that stops us from just embracing and just going, we are one. No, we're never going to be one. People messed up, you know, and so humor helps you to see how ignorant we can be, and yet how, because we don't just make fun of black people. We don't just make fun of white people. We make fun of everybody. No one said it. We are equal opportunity offenders. But we do it with kids' gloves. You know, it's never meant to be offensive. It's all meant to be inclusive. One of the greatest compliments you can ever get is for you to make fun or tell jokes about a sect of people, and those people are laughing the hardest. When we did Men on Film, gay people wrote in how much they loved it. Like it was such a big thing in the community, and actually humor helps ease the tension of race and of, you know, the things that make us different. Like if it wasn't for Cosby, I don't know if Obama could have been president. You know, that him being that black family that through laughter, it was like it was just a family now. And that's the other thing, is humor is colorless. And when we did White Chicks, yeah, it was two black guys playing two white girls, but really it was a gender switching movie with little hints of race. We never sit there and just go, black people are this, white people are this. You have to have a set that is all inclusive, makes everybody laugh. And you can have one or two people that don't laugh, but they're just haters, so fuck them.
Now, I know you mentioned that, you grew up watching Richard Pryor,
Yes.
and I was wondering, we all heard that you were signed on to do the film. What's the status of the film?
Like I said, they ain't making many black pictures nowadays. No, it's lying dormant right now. Hopefully, we get it going and something out. It's the thing that brought me to stand-up. I started doing stand-up 2.5 years ago, and that was only because I was supposed to play Richard Pryor. Like, I didn't do stand-up my whole career. I only did it I did it when I first started 60 times. But then I was like, I want to write, and I was an actor. When I came up when I was in high school, I was like, I want to act, I want to write, I want to produce. Stand up, Sean, you do that. You didn't go to performing arts high school, dude. You don't get it. And then I got the role of playing Richard Pryor, and then I caught the bug, and I've been on the road for 2.5 years, and I got to tell you that it's making me better. It's making me smarter. It's making me more articulate. I'm much more in tune with what's funny and what's not. And, what's going to get a ooh, what's going to get a laugh, and if I do get a ooh, how I can bring them to a laugh, and it just helps you articulate your thoughts. You think about what you're going to say before you say it, and then when you're able to articulate it in that moment, find what's funny. And even though you're playing to a large crowd, that you see the faces, and you're able to, like a computer that goes, he's laughing, okay, women aren't laughing, okay, I got to get the women. And so I got to rephrase this joke because I got to get the women. Okay, oh, look at this conservative white guy, he's not laughing. Oh, that conservative white guy, he's kind of chuckling. So, okay, so I got to rephrase this joke because when I'm in Republican towns, I got to phrase my Democrat jokes like this. So it really helps you in terms of telling a joke and refining the art. And I would love to play Richard Pryor in the movie, and hopefully it will happen. And one day, if Hollywood don't make it happen, then I'm going to go try and find to raise the money and make it happen myself and really produce it, because it's an awesome script. And I had Bill Condon as director, and that would have been awesome. And it's a beautiful script, and I know I can do it, and I'm preparing for that moment. But if it never happens, then I thank God for Pryor, because he literally brought me to the stage. And I started out wanting to play a great, and now I want to be a great. I want to go down as one of the greats. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm only 2 years in. I'm going to suck for about 10 years, and then you guys are going to go, what the hell happened? Because I logged my 10,000 hours, and I know that there's something great in me. I just got to take the time, be patient, and refine it. Just because I have been in the industry 20 years, that don't mean I'm going to be a great stand-up. Even though I get standing ovations a lot of times, it don't mean I'm a great stand-up. It just means I'm a really good performer. But to work my mind and to work the words, if I get a standing ovation with them reading my stuff, then I'm getting there. And once I start talking about my pain, then I'm really getting there. So it's like peeling away a layers of an onion. And I got to get to the part that makes you cry, and then find the laugh. And that's when I'll be something great.
Scary movie, those movies, this movie. There's the horror element. Did you grow up watching a lot of horror movies?
Yeah, me and my brother. Me and Sean my mom bought us a VCR, and I remember we was like 10 years old, and we rented everything. It was horror films and porno. Those were the